Hey everyone, I'm Trevor and welcome to Universal Fan Fest 2026. We're going to take you around, show you every experience here in the park, so let's get going. Now, just inside the entrance here earlier today, whenever I arrived around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, this side was for guests who have the event tickets. If you have an all-day ticket, they have a day and night package, they have an after 2 p.m. package, and then they have just the event itself. Over here is the regular ticket guests throughout the day. The park is open today from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you could come in still this way. Even if you don't have event tickets, you come in on this side of the park, and then people with event tickets are going to come in over on this side earlier on in the day. Now, I purchased just the standard regular admission, but I got express, which means we're going to have express for all of the special, I don't know what they call them for this event, but for Halloween Horror Nights, they were the haunted houses. They might have houses here. I know they've got like little separate events that we're going to be able to go through and walk through, and I'm going to get express walkthrough, express line on those things because I bought the express pass. And the difference in the price on that for regular admission started at $74, and with the express pass started at $144. So the express pass for the event was an extra $70, or at least it started at that. The prices do vary depending on the day. And then I also purchased the early access. So the event begins at 7:30 p.m. and I can start doing event things at 6 p.m. The park closes at 6 for regular day guests. Event doesn't begin till 7:30, so that gives them an hour and a half to kind of get people out. But during that time, if you purchase the early access, you'll be able to get started ahead of time. Early access for today was only $20, so I thought that it was well worth it for the extra hour and a half, so I paid for it. Whenever I got here earlier, I said, what time can I get a wristband if I'm already in here for the park? And they said, come over here to this little booth after 3 o'clock. And it's about, actually almost 5 now, about 4:45 to 5 o'clock. So we're gonna go do that, gonna check into the event, and then in a little over an hour, I'll be able to start doing event-related things. We're gonna get dinner in this video as well, so buckle up, we got a lot to cover. So at that booth, I scanned both of my tickets and I got a wristband for Universal Fan Fest. It says experience access starts at 6, and then the ticket beneath that is the express. So I'll need to hang on to that and scan that barcode up there at the various events along the way today. But I'm all scanned in and ready to go. While I was putting on my wristband, another guest came up to me and said, excuse me, can I ask you what the difference is in the wristband colors? Because she saw I had pink and she had yellow. Took a look, and her writing on hers said that her event access began at 7:30. And so I said, well, this is because of early access. So she went to go see if she could purchase early access by talking to somebody to get it. But for how cheap it is, I definitely would recommend just getting early access for the extra hour and a half. I think it's worth it. I always buy early access to Super Nintendo World when I come as well, because it's also about $20 to $30 for an extra hour in the morning. And I don't know, I just always like purchasing that. Anyway, I asked the person who checked me in if I was able to get like an event guide, and he said they don't have any physical event guides. It's not like Disney's after hours events. Everything is just on the app. So he said I can take a look at the app and see what's available and when. Obviously, people are already lining up here for the Sanji's Gala, which is the Hollywood and dining location right here at the top. A long line of people already lining up for one-piece food, and it's not even, it's like 5 o'clock. The event isn't even starting for another hour. I just checked my clock, it's only 4:40. And again, the park closes at 6. Early access starts at 6. I imagine they're not going to open this until then. So these people are lined up a whole hour and 20 minutes early, unless they know something I don't and it opens at 5. I don't know, that's entirely possible. But I'm not going to eat there anyway. It's not where I'm interested in going. I'm looking at either going to Three Broomsticks or the Dungeons and Dragons location. At the very least, I want to get the cheesecake that they are going to have there. I'm really interested, so we might go to both places, but I'm eyeing up Three Broomsticks. So I just popped in at the Three Broomsticks and asked one of the team members there when the special event food would become available, because early access starts at 6 and the park closes at 6. Maybe they'll just start their menu at 6. And he said the restaurant actually closes from 6 to 7:30 and it will open at 7:30 with the special event food. And that's a bit of a bummer because I'm kind of hungry now. I'm looking for food now. I've got another 2+ hours until I can eat, but Three Broomsticks has a separate special event menu that doesn't become available till 7:30. So make that distinction whenever you're looking at where you want to eat. If there are 2 different menus, then the special event menu won't start until 7:30. Won't even be available at 6, at least so I'm told. It is 6 o'clock now, and they have set up barriers. They're pointing everybody down that way to go to the exit, so they're wrapping around. This area is a fan fest area, and so they're only allowing wristbands through this checkpoint. Otherwise, they're going around. Since we have the wristband, we can go in through here.
Wristband, you can go through.
Thank you. We're gonna see what there is to do during early access. I really don't know. I tried looking it up online. The early access ticket doesn't tell you what's actually available. So we're gonna wander around, I guess, and figure out where we can go. I'm thinking the Sailor Moon show is what we're gonna do first, right here. Pretty Guardian, Sailor Moon, and I have Express, so let's just go ahead and use the Express just to get in here. So the Express ticket did get me in here. Usually Express is pretty pointless in this show. Like, it doesn't really get you in any earlier, but we'll see if it does anything at all tonight. My buddy David from Big Red Journeys told me that I probably didn't even need it, and that's a big thing that I want to figure out is, do you need it? And if you don't, I will tell you whether or not to buy it. Looks like there's a couple of other people here queued up for Express, and then the standby line's going to be over there, so we'll get to skip a few people maybe. If this event is anything like Halloween Horror Nights, the entertainment is designed for display at night. So if you go through things during the daytime portion while it's still light out, it may not be as intended. So going to something like the Sailor Moon show, which is in the DreamWorks theater, it's always going to be in the dark in the theater anyway. So try to do the inside type things early. Since I've never done FanFest, maybe all of it's inside, and it's not like Halloween Horror Nights where some of the houses are actually open to the sky and it lets a lot of light in. We'll find out. I did get let into this room early before the standby guests, so we'll just go ahead and position ourselves over here by the door. There will be a digital pre-show that's going to happen up here. So that waiting area did fill up with standby guests, so I mean, if I was doing standby, I'd still make it into the show, but the thing that Express allowed me to do was pick my seat. And I picked the front row of the upper section, because if they happen to use the walls, I'm not sure if they will, but during the Kung Fu Panda, they use the entire theater. So it's good to have a further back perspective, but I like the front row aspect of not having any heads in front of me right here. That auditorium was pretty full. Remember, every single one of the guests right now are early access guests. They all paid the extra $20 to be here between 6 and 7:30, and it was still packed and full. We're gonna go see what else we could do. Just a little bit of backstory on that if you didn't know. That show actually debuted in Japan, and then when they brought it out here, they just subtitled it. So it's not dubbed. It is obviously all in Japanese. The entire thing is in Japanese. I watched Sailor Moon as a kid, but I have not seen it in 20 plus years, so I am not really familiar with the lore and the story, but it was fun, it was cute. The immersion on the walls was not as big as the Kung Fu Panda, but still, like I said, still fun. The big show to check out here is going to be One Piece Grand Pirate Show. It takes place in the Waterworld Theater, and it's a live-action show. I'm super excited to see that. Waterworld is fantastic. I want to see the One Piece one. The shows are at 8:30, 10:30, and midnight, so I can't even do that during early access. We'll go figure out where we're going now. There's a big line here for something. Not quite sure what the line is for. Let's see if we can figure it out. Oh, it looks like they completely closed the Harry Potter area, the Wizarding World, and so everybody's just waiting to go in. This little board right here is telling me what's open right now from 6 to 7:30. It's 6:41 right now. Sailor Moon is a 15-minute wait. Dungeons and Dragons Secrets of Waterdeep in the lower lot's a 30-minute wait. And the Jurassic World Through the Eras is open. So we're going to head down to the lower lot and try to hit up both of those things. I think the line that I saw earlier at the One Piece Sanji's Galley was because there is some souvenir mugs and sippers that are available. Everybody goes crazy for those things. I'm still not crazy about spending an hour and a half, 2 hours in line for something like that. We're gonna actually go enjoy what's open. I don't need to line up for, that's probably people wanting to go to the Forbidden Forest thing, which is one of the new walkthroughs for Harry Potter. And that's what I'm guessing they're lining up for. But the main event doesn't start for another hour, so I'm not waiting. We're just gonna go do something that's available right now. I see some people coming down from the Dungeons and Dragons First Roll Tavern area here. Maybe they have food going already. If they do, Jurassic World's still running. Hardly anybody on it. It closes at midnight, I think I saw. So it closes early. There's a couple of things that close early, but if they've got food going up here already, let's go do that. At least get the cheesecake that I wanted. Looks like, yeah, looks like it might be open already. So here are the two items that I got. First, I got the specialty non-alcoholic drink, the Detect Magic. This is lemonade, coconut water, blue curacao syrup, club soda, garnished with blue rock candy. And this was $12. This is almost highway robbery. And then the dragon egg cheesecake is chocolate hazelnut cheesecake served in a colored chocolate dragon egg, and it contains tree nuts and hazelnuts. There's a warning here. And this was about $9. Let's go ahead and try the drink first. Interesting. It's okay. It's not growing on me with each drink. It's just okay. Definitely strong club soda flavor. Not really getting the lemonade flavor. Kind of feels watery. And for $12, I would not get this again. Nowhere near close. It's definitely okay though. Just not great. Now once I get the shell off of this thing, it is mostly like mousse. The nuts are right there, you can see them in the center, but I didn't see any cheesecake in this. It's like mousse and nuts and a layer of chocolate. It's called a cheesecake. There's no cheesecake here. Both of those items were duds in my opinion, except the rock candy, the blue raspberry rock candy. So good. Looks like there's a little photo wall here for Secrets of Waterdeep, the Dungeons and Dragons walkthrough. We're gonna go look at doing that now, next. It said it was 30 minutes, up on the signboard, so we're gonna go find where it is. Not exactly sure what people are lining up for again. I'm so confused. Maybe they're, probably lining up to go into Super Nintendo World. I don't get that. I'm not that crazy about this stuff. All right, here we go. Dungeons & Dragons Secrets of Waterdeep, General 30, Express 0. So that's good. I'm gonna go do Express. Walk down this way. I don't know if the Express is unlimited though. Like if I burn this while it's light, or is it indoors? I hope it's indoors in one of the sound stages. It probably is. So that shouldn't matter. I have never played D&D, the desktop or tabletop, sorry, that's the word, tabletop role-playing game, but I have read a bunch of the Legend of Drizzt books from R.A. Salvatore, and that's all based in the D&D world, Faerun. So I am somewhat familiar with this. I'm familiar with Waterdeep. I've read lots of books in Waterdeep, so I'm kind of excited about this. Here is the line during early entry. When I scanned my ticket, it did not work back there, and she said, "Did you already use this?" And I said, "No, I mean, I used it on the Sailor Moon thing, right? But the ticket says includes one time per day express access to each in-world experience, ride, and attraction." Point is, this is not unlimited. This will be the one time that I can actually use it, and we are going into the sound stage, which is great. Heading on in, I turned my microphone off so that you can pick up more ambient noises as we're going through.
In the heart of the Forgotten Realms lies the grand city of Waterdeep. Your journey begins now. Step forward, adventurers. Waterdeep is counting on you.
And here I am, Lana Star Shadow, far too patient for my own good. Only the very skilled can awaken the magic orb. Reason, extend your hand and check if it answers. Illusion. Oh, you have quite the ability indeed.
Clerics, do your finest healing gesture. There we go. Yes. Ooh. Fix something inside of me I thought was permanent.
Mortals, the Dragon Ward no longer protects your city.
My fighters, are you detecting any dangerous creatures?
Yes!
Good work, Evie. Oh, I found it. Never mind. Evie,
Yeah?
our harper's found the dragon staff.
Oh, it's right there.
It's like he's not even trying to hide it.
That was pretty.
It's time to take a deep, permanent sleep.
Get away from the fish.
I really liked that. That was super fun. I could see why it's back again. I guess it was here last year, and it says back again by popular demand. That was super awesome. It started out with the groups split. There was a clear divider in the middle of the room, and they had the express people on one side and the standby people on the other. And so we had a smaller group on ours, or the express side, and they were limiting how many express people they put in there. There was a second group that was already queuing up behind us before we went in, and then it was just my group when we got inside. So that was nice, but then about halfway through everything merged, and so I ended up in the back at one point. It was okay. You know, that was the Xanathar part. I couldn't really see. Hey, I could see. He's really big. He's really big. But I just mean that there were a lot of people with a better view that if they'd already known that was going to be coming, they probably went straight over there. I did not know. But now you do, and it was really fun. Now we might as well go straight into Super Nintendo World. Oh, they're limiting how many people can go in. So they just roped it off. We'll see how frequently they let people in. I'm not gonna wait here any more than like 5-10 minutes though. It is 7:36, so the regular event has started now. I wanna go get some food, but it's back up in the upper lot. I wanna go to Three Broomsticks, so we'll do what's down here and then head back up there. They opened it up 2 minutes later. Yeah, not too bad. So in here you grab an activity pamphlet, and then you come over here and you get the colored Yoshi hat of your choice. I will take blue.
Blue?
Yep. Thank you.
Yes.
There is a pink Yoshi doing a meet and greet over here. This is a colored Yoshi event. There's all sorts of colors. There's a purple Yoshi down here doing a meet and greet. Oh, the purple one is leaving. Hello, Yoshi! So let's see what's in the activity guide here. Solve the puzzles to help answer and unscramble the solution on the back to get your reward. See the big castle, scary face on it belongs to Bowser. Find Mario's flagpole and flip the letter on it. Probably a W. What's getting hungry? Find the sign above the cafe, Toadstool Cafe. Search the mines. And if you know how to find the block that spells out POW. Yeah, so a lot of the stuff you can do without even really looking at around the land if you know Mario stuff. In the gift shop, they have a bunch of colored Yoshi merchandise here. Look at these little guys, shoulder pets right there. And they've got some Yoshi headbands. Yoshi shirts. There's a little green shoulder pet. They got a yellow one over here with a shirt right there to match. We come around the other side. They have pink. And then they've got blue over here. When you have completed the little pamphlet here, it said go to where it's cold and tell them the password. And I just asked somebody because I didn't know. They mean this over here, that cold up there. And then they said go to a block and go up the stairs. Right here, I guess. This seems to be where we're supposed to go. They're looking for an elevator, I guess. Because there's a prize. I didn't even know there was something up here. I've never been up here before. And all the times I didn't even know there was an up here. So the prize is a photo op with Yoshi and Mario. And he said it was only 5 minutes. Might as well wait for, I don't think this is 5 minutes. That's actually quite the lengthy spot for a line. Like it could get a lot longer. I'm not gonna go on it though. I'm just gonna skip out on it. I'm not a big character person. So we'll just head on out. I'm okay with that. What's up here? Did they have a game up here this whole time and I didn't even know? How about that? I had no idea. No idea you could come up here. That's crazy. Is this always open? They also have something for the hat. Let me take it off. You guys have questions? There you go. That little spot right there, they have like a gold sticker to put on. You got that after you got your photo with Mario and Yoshi. But again, characters are not my priority. It's the events like the Dungeons and Dragon walkthrough and going and checking out the One Piece show. We're going to try to do that one at 8:30, so I think I should probably head up there now. It's about 40 minutes until that show, so I probably should probably go see if there's a line. I'm sure there's a line. Look at this. Here's the board right now. It's 7:53 p.m. Secrets of Waterdeep is only 5 minutes now. 5 minutes. So the line was 30 minutes at early access. Scooby-Doo is 30 minutes. That's on the studio tour. And then the Forbidden Forest is 45 minutes. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Those are the things that we have to go do. All right, coming back here to One Piece Grand Pirate Show. It looks like they have not let everybody in yet. So we should be able to go through the express line over here. And we'll be all good to go. Benefits of Express, I guess. Express line is still quite long. But I'll get in before the standby. This is the Express group, and it's about 8 o'clock on the dot, so 30 minutes before the show. At 8:12, they opened up the doors over there, and they are beginning to let us in, probably the disability guests first, and then it will be the Express Pass guests. So 8:12 or 18 minutes before showtime. Oh look, it's Peter. Ordinary Adventures. So I'm gonna sit right here. It's probably not the best angle, but the center section is filling up fast, and I would like an unobstructed view as much as possible. So I'm going with the front row. Hopefully there's no water splashies here, because I don't want to get water splashy. But you know, it is 8:30 at night. We'll give it a try though. They will not let me film though. It says no photos or video recording during the show. So I usually can record Waterworld, but I can't record this one. I guess I'm just going to have to tell you what it's about, so no longer does it matter what angle I get. All the standby guests are still hanging out there. They have not let them in yet, so this is all the express guests getting let in right now. And there's even some that have filled in over here on this section, but this looks cool. I know not one lick about One Piece. I knew a few things about the last couple of things that we've gone to, but I'm absolutely clueless about One Piece. I'm just here to enjoy the show because Waterworld is awesome, and I think this will be too. They also have a photo op here, right outside the show. The show just ended, and so I'm gonna go get some dinner right now. The show was fun, it's fine. The choreography and the pyrotechnics are just as amazing as Waterworld. Very fun. Storyline-wise, if you know nothing about One Piece like I do, it made no sense. It made absolutely no sense to me. But I am not the target audience for that show. There were tons of people there who were cheering when people showed up and cheering when certain lines were said, and oh, they were so excited and getting really involved. And again, I didn't understand a lick of it, but I thought it was entertaining, and the pyrotechnics were good. There was an explosion that happened right in front of me. I could still smell the like fireworks, basically. Good fireworks smell, I love it. Outside of the DreamWorks Theater, Sailor Moon is doing a meet and greet, which is right where the Sailor Moon show was. So of course that makes sense. Headed into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter again to get some dinner at the Three Broomsticks, and then the Forbidden Forest event, the walkthrough experience. That is currently 110 minutes standby wait. Of course, I've got Express Pass, so shouldn't be too much of an issue, but it might even be up to 30 minutes for Express. We'll have to see when we get up there. Gonna come to Three Broomsticks first. Here's a look at what I ordered. I got the chicken curry. This was $21.99. And this is a event exclusive dish here at Three Broomsticks. They also had Toad in the Hole and a classic Sunday roast, as well as fish and chips, but I went with the chicken curry. And then I also ordered a frozen butterbeer because of course I have to. This is my second one today. I usually get at least 2 or 3 of these each time I come. I love them so much. So this is my feast for tonight. Finished up with my meal now, and man, was that delicious. It was kind of dark in there, so I didn't really film while I was eating it, but oh man, if you love curry, you're gonna love that. That was phenomenal. Definitely better than the 2 things that I got earlier. Also frozen butterbeer. Yes, it's here all the time, but even that was better than the drink that I had earlier at the D&D area. So I'm glad I picked Three Broomsticks instead of getting one of the food items at the D&D area. The chicken curry was great. Now we're gonna go do Forbidden Forest. While we're on our way there, I believe that all the rides are functional tonight, with the exception of Secret Life of Pets and the Silly Swirly ride. Everything else should be going on. Studio Tour is what takes you to the Scooby-Doo area, so that one won't be functioning the way that it typically does. But yeah, you can go on all the the typical rides if you would like to do some rides. So the team members said that the Forbidden Forest walkthrough, you go through the entrance to the ride. Forbidden Forest is that way.
The special experience is more up ahead.
And then, oh, the ride is up that way.
So guys, welcome in here for the ride. You're gonna go right up the stairs. Special experience. You're gonna keep going forward.
I did notice that the last couple of experiences, they've stopped scanning my Express Pass. I wonder if there is an issue and they're just looking at it and then they're just waving me through. At about 17 minutes since I was in line, 17 minutes, they are sending us through. And by us, I just mean the group. That they send them in groups and waves. Or maybe that wasn't even... Maybe that wasn't even the end of the line yet. Maybe we're just going to more line. I'm not really sure. Okay,
now,
they said this is the start of the attraction right here.
Good, come in, all of you. Yes, what a brave-looking group we have here. Yes, come in, please. Yes. Yes, I was just deciding a direction when I found this. Fleet-winged feather. Still warm. One's at the ready. Yes, before we can set off, we need to be able to see where we're going. On the count of 3, we will point our wands and cast the Lumos spell. Ready? 1, 2, 3, Lumos! and keep your wands at the ready. All the way around, please, all the way around. Yes, create a perimeter. Hagrid did warn to avoid any sticky situations. Wait, you hear that? Everyone, keep your wands lowered and act natural. We will get through this. Greetings. We are searching for a hippogriff named Fleetwing. Have you seen her?
Oh, the stars speak. I do not trust your kind. Perhaps
Wait, that's Fleetwing. She can't be far, please. Wait here. We'll get you out of this in no time. Everyone, come in. I shall need all of your help. 3, no,
That spit us out right here at the studio tour. Might as well get to that next. Scooby-Doo is this attraction. That one was fun. I enjoyed that. Some really cool animatronic there at the end, and the centaur costume. I assume it was a costume. It didn't look like an animatronic. If it was, that was amazing, but I don't think it was. The centaur costume was pretty amazing too. Pretty cool, but I still think I like the D&D experience the best so far. Nobody here in the express line for the studio tour, but the standby line was quite long. I didn't see the actual wait time at the moment, but we're not going to get on this tram. Obviously, all the spots are filled, but we'll be on the next one.
The monsters are loose. The production is shut down. And the Backlot belongs to me! Your dream of being in the film's finale?
They have dropped us off now down in Little Europe, and during the ride they explained the instructions or rules, whatever you want to call it here. There are 4 locations and 4 Mystery Inc. characters that we have to go find and basically discover a clue at each of those locations to figure out who the bad guy is that was in the little video that they had on the way down here. Similar to the Super Nintendo world, we have to pick up a little guide, and they've got a pen in there too in this box. Pick up this guide, and in the manual we're gonna have the clues that we need to try to figure out this mystery. And it looks like Scooby-Doo is doing a meet and greet over here in front of the mystery machine. We're not going to do any of the characters. That's not my focus here today. I'm already wondering if we're going to be able to finish this in time tonight, because I want to spend some time and actually do this mystery properly. There's the bad guy, the masked guy. He's on the projections on the wall over here. We have to figure out exactly what's going on. Looks like this might be one of the clue locations, because everyone's just kind of hanging out here. This says, has the item equals still a suspect. No item equals innocent. That one took me a bit to figure out. The sign says, has item still a suspect. No item innocent. And I was like, huh? But in the middle of the graveyard, there is a staff all access pass. And if you look at the suspects, one of them in the pictures in the manual here does not have their staff all access pass. That means, according to the sign, if they still have the item, then they are suspect. If they don't have the item, they're innocent. So we know that that character is innocent. So those types of things that I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to put them all in this video. I'm just going to go do them and enjoy them. And I also don't want to spoil it for you guys, but that's the type of thing that you're going to be doing here. You're going to be like taking a look at some things, writing down clues in your notes section, and then you'll be able to take a guess as to who of the 4 suspects is the big bad. Looks like they have monster characters here. We've got Dracula. He just kind of appeared as I was figuring out some clues. When you visit the different locations to figure out the clues, the different characters will be here. So this is Daphne's wardrobes department, and here Daphne is interacting with guests and things. Haven't really seen anybody taking photos with her, but she is interacting with them. Now Wolfman has made an appearance. There he goes. We're gonna come back here to the big reveal. That's kind of what we want to go do next. We think we've figured everything out. We've done all 4 clues, and I'm ready to go.
We have to do something in the middle.
I waited about 10 minutes, and now we're going into the big reveal after about 10 minutes. I'm not going to obviously show the big reveal, because if you're coming, I don't want to spoil the game for you. I was talking with my buddy from Big Red Journeys, and he actually told me that the bad guy is different every single night. So they swap some clues around, so it doesn't actually matter if I show you the big reveal. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, because it'll be different if you're coming a little bit later on.
We need to solve this mystery. The lanyard in the graveyard.
The suspect who was too far away when the Phantom Director appeared in the Court of Miracles.
And the item that mysteriously went missing from the Ocean Oddities window.
You cannot stop what has already begun. I am coming for you.
That's our cue. Move now. Let's split up, gang.
Now, Scooby!
Let's find out who's under the mask.
It's you!
The big shot behind the shutdown.
He used the monsters to shut down this film so he could steal the backlot for his own movie. He thought if he could get this production to leave, he'd finally get to direct his dream film. Did you get it right?
You know, once the monsters lost their glow, it was clear the Phantom Director's control had faded, and they actually had our backs in the end.
And after that, we are going to head back to the tram to go back up to the park. I have to head back down to the lower lot now. There is a Jurassic World walkthrough type experience down there that I gotta go check out. We missed it earlier because we rushed back up here to go to the One Piece show. The time is approximately 11:20 p.m. The event closes at 1:30, so I have 2 hours left. And all I've been doing is FanFest event activities, no rides. But the Express Pass that I bought does get me on rides too. So the final thing that we have to do is Jurassic World, a journey through the eras. We've got a little baby dinosaur puppet out here, right over there.
You have your own.
Jurassic Park. Oh, here's John Hammond. But my eyes are right on this guy right here.
It's too late. She's here. Agents, stay behind me. Do not engage. Easy. Easy. You all in the middle, do not move. Stand down. Hey! What'd I just say, Zulu? We see you. Back up. Punch!
So basically what they have here is just a bunch of props and some animal displays. It's pretty cool. If you like Jurassic Park history, I assume these are all movie props. They have movie prop signage next to them here. The Spino. Looks like they've got some merchandise over here. That was really it back there, though. Just a couple of things to look at, and then like the Raptor show presentation, if you will. Otherwise, I mean, I was back there a whole 10 minutes tops, not even very long. I almost wish that I'd have gotten it done earlier so that I didn't have to come back down to the lower lot just for that. I mean, it was fun. Like I said, if you like Jurassic, you're gonna like looking through that, but it's not gonna take you very long. And with that, we are back in the upper lot now. And I'm gonna work my way out of the park at 11:45. 11:45. I know there's another hour and 45 minutes, but I can't usually make it all the way to the end of these after hours events. Even Disney's, I don't make it all the way to the end till. The good news is if you had purchased Express, but did not purchase early access to FanFest, you could get everything done. Remember, I started a whole hour and a half early, and I'm leaving with an hour and 45 to go, which means that had I not got early access, I would have 15 minutes to spare. 15 minutes. But it did take a good chunk of time. If you want to ride any rides, early access is almost necessary if your goal is to do everything that's uniquely FanFest in terms of the experiences and walkthroughs. So, yeah, plan that accordingly. Had a great time. If I have to pick my favorite item, favorite activity, it's definitely going to be the Dungeons and Dragons experience. I think that one was my favorite, followed by the Scooby-Doo one, because I really liked the solving a mystery. I just found it to be a little too simple. I guess they didn't want to make it terribly difficult. Once I figured out what we were supposed to be doing at each section, I was a little confused the first time, but once I got the grasp of what I was supposed to be doing, it was very easy to figure out the other clues and figure out who the bad guy was. And I was right. I guessed it. I mean, again, the clues are easy, but it was fun. The least favorite thing? Probably the Yoshi thing, because I knew all the answers to all of that stuff before I even walked around the land. I could just figure out the answers by reading it. And then the prize was a photo op. Yeah, I wasn't thrilled about that. But overall, had a great time. The One Piece show was fun because of the choreography and the pyrotechnics. And Sailor Moon was cool. I mean, that's a flashback to my childhood there, watching Sailor Moon. So overall, good event. Do I think it's worth coming? Absolutely. Do I think the Express was useful? Absolutely. It saved me at least an hour on Forbidden Journey and 25 minutes on Dungeons & Dragons. Overall, very, very helpful. On my way out, I stopped by the Power Up Cafe to get a super mushroom calzone as a snack. And it's really hot, so I'm gonna just walk it back to my car and wait for it to cool down. I have had these before when they first hand them to you, and they will burn your tongue. And that's gonna be it for us here today at Universal Studios Hollywood FanFest Nights 2026. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. If you got questions, drop them in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer them. Click the playlist on your screen now to check out more of my Universal Studios Hollywood content. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again next time.